Hi there, it's Ajong Ismail from Digital Productivity Tools and Skills. In this video, we'll be looking at the paragraph group. And in the previous video, we've looked at the font group and the clipboard group. We've covered that. And in this video, we're taking you through the paragraph group. And the paragraph group, we have two main rules. We have the first rule, we have the second rule. In this tutorial, we'll look at how we can create a bulleted list, a numbered list, a multi-level list, increase, decrease indent, increase indent, sort selection alphabetically, show the paragraph marks, and also look at alignment. We'll also be covering line spacing and paragraph spacing as well. We'll look at shading, and we'll be looking at borders. So with that being said, let's get into the video. Create bullet list in Microsoft Word. Go to the paragraph group, and then at the top left of the paragraph group, click on this bullets here. Now you have the bullets. So now begin to type in oranges to mangoes, 3 bananas. Good. So, and that is how we create bulleted list. Now you can also change the looks of the bullet. So go to the same place, click on the arrow here, the down arrow, click on the down arrow. Now we have the recently used bullets here, which is the one I've just used, and we also have the bullet library section here. Now we can choose any of these to be the looks of our bullet. Just click on this and look at that. We've changed. We can go back and click this one, select this one, and then we have changed the look. So we can also change it to something like this. And now look at what we have. If you are not happy with this, if you don't want to use any of these things, you can also create your own define bullet. So click on define new bullet, and it open this for you. Now go to the symbol tab and click on it to open, and now we have all these symbols here. You can select any of these things to insert as your bullet type. Now we can select this and then click OK, click OK, and now we have changed the look of the bullet. And that is how we create bulleted list in Microsoft Word. Now the next thing we also be looking at is the numbered list. We've created the bullet list, we can also create numbered lists. Let's do that right away. So for example, if I click on the numbered list here, and then I can begin to type 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now this is how we also create the numbered list. Just like the bulleted list, you can also change the numbering style. So go to the same place, click on this down arrow, and then we have the recently used number format, and we have the numbering library. So you can choose any of these things. We can click on this, and then we have change the way it looks like. Go back there. We can also choose this, that's with the parentheses. We can also choose something like this. Even if you don't want this, we can also choose the one with parentheses too. We can also have, and that is how we create number list. Next to that is multi-level list, and multi-level list is good for people who are going to create chapters or articles or table of content. So you can use that to create your table of content here. Next is decrease indent, and with decrease indent, it's going to move your paragraph away from the margin. So if I select this and then click on decrease indent, nothing is going to happen because the paragraph is already close to the margin. Now if I click on increase indent, it's going to move away from the margin. You see, it's moving away from the margin. Now if I go back to click on decrease indent, it is now going to move closer to the margin, and look at that, it's moving closer to the margin, and then it is at where it is now. Next is sort, and sort allows you to sort things alphabetically. It just allows you to sort your selection alphabetically. For example, if I select this, then I click on sort. Now I have this, and I want to sort the text here, so it's by default it is ascending order, so meaning from the biggest to the smallest. So if I select this and then click OK, you see that it starts from the smallest, that is from bananas, mangoes and oranges. Now if I go back there and click and say descending, so it's going to change again. Click OK, and now we now have oranges, mangoes and bananas, and that is how we use the sort function in Microsoft Word. Now next is the paragraph mark, and the paragraph mark is used to show paragraph, the beginning of a paragraph and the ending of a paragraph. If I click on this, now it shows you the paragraphs here and the paragraphs here, and look at that. Next, let's talk about alignment. And then in Microsoft Word, we have 4 types of alignment. We have align left, align center, align right, and justification or justify. Now these 4 types of alignment has their own functions. The first one by default is always on the first one, and that's the aligned left. And align left align your content to the left margin. Yeah, it aligns your content with the left margin. So if you look at by default, we have the aligned left active, so the content is already aligned to the left. And look at that here, many people don't understand it. So if you want to take notice of that, if you look at the left part of the margin, you see that it is vertically, the lines are vertically aligned, but on the right side it is not vertically aligned. So that is what the aligned left does. It aligns your content with the left margin. Now align center is going to align your content on the center of the page. So if I click on this, and you see that it has putting all your content on the center of the page. Now aligned right is going to align your content with the right margin. So if I click that on the align left, we saw that all the lines on the right margin was equal. So if I select this and then click on aligned right, all the lines on the right margin are on the same vertical line. That is what align left, sorry, that is what align right does. And then if I select this again and say justify, okay, so let me take this back to align left first. So now we've realized that we have aligned left, and then all the lines on the left side is aligned vertically. Now so if I select this and then go with justify, what happened that it's going to distribute your content evenly between the left and right margin. So we are going to have the left side being in the straight line, and then the right side also being in the straight line. So let me just demonstrate that to you, and then click on this, and now you see it has distributed the content between evenly, just between the two, the left and the right margin. And now you have seen that this is aligned properly here, and then there's a proper alignment here. That is what align does too. Now let's look at line and paragraph spacing. Now you can choose the amount of space between your paragraph and your line. So let's look at that. So if I click here, we can increase the line height. Okay, for example, let's select this paragraph here and then click on this, and we can increase the line, and by default it is 1.0. we also have 1.15, and you see how it increases. We have 1.5, we have 2.0, we have 2.5, we have 3.0, and then we also have a line spacing option here. We can select that here, and then now we have the indent and spacing tab here, so you can look at all these things and make changes you want. And then we also have line and page breaks. We also have that one here. So now one thing I would like to show you is how to add space before and after paragraph. So we've seen that there is no space before the paragraph and after this paragraph. I want to show you how you can add space on that. So select the whole text, Control A will select the entire text, then go to line and paragraph spacing, click on this arrow, then we can add space before paragraph, and then click, and now we are going to have spaces before paragraph. So if I click on this, you're gonna see all those spaces. That is before paragraph, there's a space, and look at that, before this paragraph there's a space. And we can also select it again, and also go to line and paragraph spacing, then select add space after paragraph, and we are going to have space added after the paragraph, and that is it. Now next, we also have shading, and shading allows you to add a background color to your text. So just select the text, and then select your text, click on shading, and then by default it is no shading. So click on this arrow, and you have a lot of colors to choose from, and just pick the one you are happy with, and here, and then there we go. Now next, we can also add border. So let's undo the Control Z. We can also add border to your text. So we click on this borders here, and now we've added border bottom to this to it. So if you want this to have different borders, click on this arrow, and then click on border top. Okay, so let's undo this. So click on border bottom. You see that we have border on the bottom. Border top, we have border on the top. We have border left. You see that we have border on the left. So with the border right, and we have no border, that means we're not going to have border at all. And border all, so that means we are going to have border around your text. Or we can go back and change it and pick any types of border. With this one too, you can also draw a horizontal line in your text. So you see how we can draw a horizontal line. Many people draw horizontal lines just pressing shift and the minus key to draw a horizontal line, but I think it is okay, it is nice to just select your text like this, then with this, draw a horizontal line, and then that is the best way for me. So Control Z to undo everything, hit it so many times, and then when I go back to it, you can also draw table. So with this, you can also draw table, yeah, on that one too. You can draw table of your choice, and now we have the table layout tab activated. So with that, let's get rid of that. Control Z to undo. Now the next thing we'll also be looking at is this little button here known as the dialog launcher, and you realize that every group has that one. So now if I click on this, we can also make settings. We can add settings to our paragraph group. So look at all these settings here. So you see that over here we have 12 points before paragraph, and then we can increase it, you can change it to whatever you like, and you see the changes here. So the space is going to be let's say 0 point, and then we have that. So I'm not going to save that. I'm going to click on cancel, and then let's go. So that is it for this video. Stay tuned for our next video. Remember to subscribe to the channel and like this video for more content like this.